This is my outside kitchen. I would cook on top of here. This is what you call a fire hearth, and we would make up the fire, light it with some kerosene or diesel, and we would cook there, and I would bake inside here.
Shirley and her son, Hassan, are among an estimated 1,500 people who live in San Mateo, a forgotten shanty town on Ambergris Caye, a tiny island off the coast of Belize, once famously coined La Isla Bonita by Madonna. But Madonna sang of a different island, a resort island that shadows the realities of poverty.
Several years ago, my husband Vernon and I were coming over to do what most people do, relax and enjoy a little short vacation. And while we were here, we noticed that there were just so many children, little children, walking the streets, walking the beach, children that should have been in school. So we were concerned about the situation, and we really wanted to do something in this community with San Mateo.
Education in Belize is a public-private partnership. The government defines curriculum and pays the teachers, while private institutions are left to cover remaining costs. Frances and her husband Vernon went to work raising money so Holy Cross could open its doors in 2006, and now 60 students have grown to over 500. Children like Hassan are learning, playing, and being fed for little to no cost of their own.
The children come to school, and yes, they love the free food because a lot of them doesn't get it at home. They probably have only one parent in the home that is working, so they can't provide 3 meals for them a day. That's the reason why we have this food program at school to feed these children, because these are the children that doesn't have it. The families just don't have it to give it to them.
They're trying to help us a lot. They've done a lot for us, because we can't do financial wise, because the work in Belize doesn't pay on a whole. There are some making $40 a day, building, probably working on hotels, and that's the limit of how they get for the day.
The construction boom lured many from the mainland, including Everett and his family of 10. But after finding the cost of living to far exceed average wages, he sought creative means to sustain his family.
For me, it is I just want my children to grow up, and do something better with their lives. They don't really have to continue doing the seaweed if they don't want to do it. But this is a way of me supporting my family through the seaweed juice. No?
Following the end of each school day, Everett and one or more of his kids travel the island on bicycle. They're selling seaweed juice made and bottled right from his own kitchen.
I don't want to, live here for the rest of my life on the island. It's too expensive. I'm thinking of one day going to the United States, where there are more opportunities, for my children. By the way, I have 8 children, and I'm looking for opportunities for them. It's not about me anymore. It's about my children.
Most families in San Mateo share Everett's dream of leaving the island and moving up the economic ladder, but most are tied to the low-paying construction industry that Everett rejected years ago.
They really are the human animals that make the construction boom possible. They're hardworking people, and that's something I just can't state often enough. We in the United States and the Western world have a welfare system that doesn't exist in Belize. People do not receive money from the government. They do not receive subsidies. They do all of those things that help this area be as prosperous as it is. The prosperity has just not filtered over to their particular area.
Their area is being encroached upon by the very developments that employ most San Mateo residents. Meanwhile, the school stands as a buffer between the community and the latest string of condos.
probably nothing would please the developers around here anymore than to have this, what is now a beautiful piece of property, right on the lagoon, right on the Boca del Rio, available as a tourist site.
Lutu de anagora gule 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 guadna tidane gabanande